Hello everyone, welcome to Halo Moon Tarot. This is your weekly singles love reading for Cancer. Cancer. We have Ace of Pentacles, beautiful. This shows a commitment. It's an opportunity for prosperity. It's a new beginning. Ooh, we have the Knight of Wands. This is a person who's full of adventure and passion. This is someone who's about to take action here. This is someone who finds someone really attractive. There's a lot of desire. Beautiful. And then we have the Nine of Swords. So this is a person here who is trying to figure something out here. Okay. This is a person who maybe has regrets for not making a commitment, but often this has to do with unfounded fear. Okay. Yeah, you can see anxiety, a little despair, sleepless nights. I can see exactly what's going on here. It's someone who's trying to figure something out here. Yeah, it's a little insecurity. It is a Knight. They want to move. They want to communicate. They want to let somebody know. I mean, I don't feel like it's regret as much as a little insecurity. Yeah, and it has to do with this person. They find someone super attractive. They're full of adventure. They want to talk. They want to get things moving. And it has to do with this Ace of Pentacles. It's about building a foundation. I feel we got a person who's got a little bit of insecurities here, and they're trying to figure something out here. Yeah, trying to figure out what to do, what to say, how to go about it. And the Eight of Wands, as you can see, this is someone who wants to gain momentum. They want to move. They want to talk. And I do think there is going to be movement. This person knows they need to hurry up. But I do think there's, to me, this is an energy of a little insecurity. And they're just trying to figure something out here. Look at that. Weighing the pros and the cons of the situation. Do they love me? Do they not? If I make a commitment, you know, will this go in my favor? This is a person here definitely doing a little bit of that juggling. Yeah, little inner struggle. Yeah, they want to move, and I wouldn't be surprised. This is a person who's trying to figure out what they're trying to do is they're trying to figure out how to win. See, this is someone who's might go about something in a sneaky way because they feel a little bit of anxiety, insecurity. The other person may have other options because they know they need to hurry with this energy. But it has to do with laying the foundation. Yeah, see, it's all about going down this path. It's about teaming up, doing things together, spending time together, collaborating. They want to talk. But it has to do with, does this other person want the same thing? And it definitely is an inner struggle here. And it has to do with, it's a person who's doing this, like they're back and forth in their head, you know, and kind of looking at how things will play out. But it has to do with doing something sneaky, right? Going about it the wrong way. Yeah. Yeah, because they're feeling a little bit insecure. We have the Queen of Pentacles. This is nurturing someone who tends to self. See, this is someone trying to figure something out. See, does this person like me or not? Are they attracted to me? Are they interested in me? They want to move. They want to hurry up. I think they feel insecure thinking this other person has other options. But this is a person who often doesn't even see what's going on around them and possibly even unaware. See that energy. But it's not this person who's insecure. It's this person acting like they're not interested or they just aren't seeing. Because this is about stability and security. This is a person who wants to feel safe. But they often are so focused on the task at hand, tending to self, they don't really see this. So it's often a person this person, I feel, it's sort of an assumption where they think this person's not interested. They want to go down this path. They want to collaborate. They want to team up. They want to get together. See, spending time together. This person could have issues with time management too. See, juggling. Tell me about this Knight of Wands. Yeah, see, they're all in their feelings. See, this is someone all up in their feels. They're trying to figure out how the other person feels. They might go about it in a sneaky way, or they think the other person is. But this is the juggling. Do they love me? Do they not? Are they interested in me or not? Should I reach out? Should I communicate? They feel like they need to hurry. If this is somebody, maybe they're not interested. They may have, because this is what it's all about. The Queen of Pentacles energy is someone who often comes across like they just want to be single. They just, that they're not interested, but they're just focused on the task at hand. They're probably juggling, right? And it is often time management with this. It's Pentacles, time. Tell me more about this Eight of Wands. I can see exactly what's going on. Yeah, it has to do with two people coming together, going down this path, Two of Wands. It has to do with a decision. They feel that this person may have other choices. They're just tending to self. They're taking care of themselves. They're stable. That's this person's focus, is feeling safe, secure, and stable. They may be feeling this person's up to something, but it's really just a person who's not really aware of what's going on around them. Interesting. Yeah, it all has to do with harmony and balance, justice. See, it's about this person here. It has to do with restoring harmony and balance, but it has to do with being fair. Yeah. This is definitely an energy of someone who tries to keep their life very balanced. I don't think this person's aware that how this person feels, or what that they're even interested in, and for that matter. But this person's like, do they love me? Do they not? Like, what's going on here? See, they're desperate to figure out how this person feels. So they may be feeling maybe they just want to be friends, But this person's all up in their feels, like big time here. Yeah, see, are they involved with other people? There's this reason to celebrate. See, it's about hearing some kind of good news. So it has to do with an offer, an opportunity, an invitation, but it's all about making a commitment. And I do think this person feels this is someone who either has other options, because they're acting like they're not interested. They're acting like they just want to be friends. I mean, this could be someone in that social circle, but I really feel this person so wants this. I mean, they're feeling super enthusiastic one minute. The next minute they feel, I don't know, maybe this person's just not interested. Are they right for me or not? They're trying to figure out how to go about this, because it has to do with two people coming together. It has to do with making some kind of commitment. This person's coming across as kind of like they don't want any kind of commitment. To me, it looks like just wanting to be friends. I think this is someone scoping out someone's social media too, trying to figure out what they're up to. But it is an energy of progress. Somebody is making progress here. It's all about restoring harmony. It's about being fair. Yeah, justice, things are starting to work out in someone's favor. This is someone who sees somebody in a positive light, but they can't figure this person out. They can't figure them out. They can't read them. Yeah, Six of Swords. See, this is an energy of there's light at the end of the tunnel. So there's progression here. There's progress. It's someone who's likely talking to someone, talking to people, trying to find out what's going on. Is this person actually single? Are they in a relationship? They can't figure. I think it's someone who can't read someone. They just can't figure them out. And they may go about something in a sneaky way because of they're feeling insecure, or maybe they feel this person is. It's a little of this and a little of that, see. Two of Pentacles is an interesting card when you pull up this kind of energy, but it's all about harmony. It's all about light at the end of the tunnel. I do see transition and change. Yeah. It's all about going down this path, spending time together, collaborating. So there's some kind of opportunity coming up. Some people possibly getting together. Yeah, see, Ten of Pentacles. This is often a place where people socialize, congregate. It feels, there's some kind of good news here. But what this person's finding out, this person's stable. They're very stable. They keep their life very balanced. They're very peaceful. This is someone who avoids confrontation. See, they just can't read this person. They couldn't figure them out. But I feel that they're starting to clue in here because there's light at the end of the tunnel. Because they're trying to decide, should I just move on from this or not? But there's progression here. Yeah. They've learned something. See, they've learned something. Yeah, see, there was a lot of confusion. See, the Cancer energy, this person's feeling kind of confused. Should I just move on from this? But I really tell you, it has to do with, this is someone who just avoids confrontation. And I feel it has to do with this person. There's something that this person's, they're calm. And I feel they're trying to read them. They can't figure them out. And I do think they're going to go about something in a sneaky way to find out if this person has any feelings for them. Because this is a person who's giving the other person impression that they just want to be friends or they're not interested. Wow. I mean, this is a pretty common thing that happens. I mean, you get a person in this energy, someone who avoids any kind of confrontation, gossip. They're not interested in gossip and things like this. And that's likely, a lot of people talking, gossiping. This person isn't into that. They're not interested in that. They're not interested in what other people are doing because they're focused on the task at hand, which is their own stability. Yeah, you can see the moon here. I mean, it's showing confusion, illusion. See, there's so much desire. They really find this person attractive. There's desire, but it's all about people coming together, collaborating. See, I feel like we've got people who've been talking, gossiping, collaborating about this. This person's not interested in that. They're not interested in gossip or being involved in that kind of stuff. This is often sometimes a person who's a little bit of a loner because they're just focused on the task at hand. They're focused on their work, their money. Look at, there it is. See, offering up the cup. This person needs to plant that seed to make a commitment. It's about committing, following through. Now, if this is someone who didn't follow through before, this is someone and they find themselves in the same place, the other person sort of acting not interested. But what they're trying to do is avoid confrontation. They're trying to avoid gossip. They don't want to partake in that. So this is someone having a really difficult time trying to figure someone out here. And I do think they're going to try to go about something in a sneaky way to try to figure out how this person feels. What they really need to do is just tell the other person how they feel. Their cup overflows with emotion. They want to get this going. They want to move. They want to hurry. But because of lessons learned in the past, this person knows not to rush in, not to move too quickly. Yeah, because I feel they're feeling overwhelmed with love and emotion and feelings, but they're stuck at this crossroads. See, it's about two people coming together. I feel there's a situation that's already happened with people coming together and it didn't go anywhere because this person needed to make a commitment. They needed to step up to the plate. And this is someone who will just kind of, like I say, they're not getting involved in all this. Someone who's keeping their life balanced, but it has to do with harmony. It has to do with being fair. And I do think there's a lot of people talking, collaborating about getting together, some kind of opportunity. So they need to take the opportunity that's presented. Yeah. I feel like this person's just so full of love and emotions. They're so attracted to this person. There's so much desire. But it has to do with two people coming together, making a choice. I feel like this person, it is possible they have other options. But I really feel it's until somebody steps up to the plate and commits and sticks to a situation, it won't go anywhere. So they know what they need to do. And I feel these people probably cross paths with each other from time to time. I feel like some of you definitely could be in that same social circle. I think they're looking on social media too, seeing who someone's talking to, what they're up to. Yeah, see, it's about choice. It's about love. This person wants love. I mean, but it's a bond, a connection between two people. It's about taking it to the next level. This is someone who often wants to make sure somebody makes a commitment first before they take it to the next level. It's somebody who wants to rush to that physical connection. And what they're doing is actually overwhelming the other person. But see, they're all full of love and emotion. They want to get it going. And they're looking at the physical connection like, they want this. There's so much desire. But what they need to do is try to find their own balance here between their passions and their emotions here. Because this is somebody who generally likes to kind of spend some time with someone, some time to get to know them. Like we got to spend some time together first. It's somebody who needs to realize they can't just rush in and expect to rush towards that physical connection. It's all about making a commitment. Yeah, this is someone who hasn't seen this, someone who didn't follow through. They didn't make a commitment, and now they're looking at this situation. This is someone who's definitely not interested in someone who won't commit. Now, whether it's a social event or getting together or spending time together, if they don't commit to it, then this is someone who starts to feel a little uncomfortable. So it's about making this person feel comfortable. See, it's their own insecurity actually doing it. It's like they want to rush in and seal the deal, but they're not. They have to make a commitment to something. Now it's committing to a date, introducing to friends and family, going out in public, spending time together, doing things together. But this is someone who certainly doesn't partake in a lot of, they're not interested in what other people are doing. They're just not paying attention. They're focusing on the task at hand. They're tending to self. They're looking out for themselves. Yeah, but this person, see, keeping all these feelings to themselves, feeling confused. See, they need to come in and ask this person on a date. They need to follow through. Now, I do see the possibility for some of you where someone has found out another person hasn't followed through, and they may decide to take this opportunity. But it is about romance. See, they're thinking about romance here. And they're romanticizing, fantasizing, but they're keeping all their feelings to themselves. It's like they expect the other person to know what they're thinking and what they want. This person generally will go friends first. We got to spend some time together to see if we have anything in common. But there's all these people talking. It's like they're talking to everybody but the person they need to talk to. And that's what I feel is going on. But I really do see for some of you this energy of someone who has not followed through. They didn't commit to something. This person's not interested in someone who's non-committal, because this is a person who likes to feel safe. They're practical. They're all about security. So this person, what they need to do is make them feel safe first. They need to make a commitment. They need to spend time together, introduce to friends and family, all these things that are required. But because this person here, I mean, they want to explore this, right? But they're all about that physical connection and focused on their desire. They need to focus more on the emotions and some romance here. Yeah. You betcha. I think they're getting it. I do, because they have to come in right. They have to go about things. See, this is someone who didn't go about something the right way. So it's something that won't go anywhere. So they're becoming aware. It's not that this person has other choices, because I don't think they've gone anywhere. I feel they're just tending to self. Yeah, they're open to receive. There we go. See, it's offering up the cup. They keep all their feelings to themselves. They don't let other people know what they're doing. I definitely feel this is someone rather private. They stick to themselves a lot. They're not interested in gossip or being involved with other people's gossip, But it is about two people coming together. See, they want to rush towards that physical because they're so attracted to them, But they need to find their own balance. See, it's all about coming in right. It's about harmony. Tell me more about the Knight of Cups. I think they're getting it here. Yeah, see, giving and receiving. They need to be more generous with their time, energy. They need to spend more time with this person to make them feel safe. This person wants to know how this person feels. They want some sort of commitment, spending time together, learning about each other, growing close to form a bond. No bond has been formed. Nothing is set in stone. There's no bond yet. They may have, fantasizing about being, something more romantic. So this person I feel they're cluing in because they're learning here. Giving and receiving, being more generous with their time and their energy. See, it's all about seeking clarity. So it has to do with how this person communicates. Yeah, but they need to be more generous with this person. This is someone who can be very generous and very gracious. Yep, it's the Empress. This is someone who knows their worth and value. And this is definitely a person who, they have a lot of abundance, this person. They have a lot of love to give, but they keep it to themselves until there's a commitment, till they've spent time with someone, see, collaborating, working together. These are two people who should be building each other up. But I feel like there's too many people gossiping here. And I definitely feel there's insecurity, but this person's just trying to figure out. They're trying to figure this person out. They can't figure them out. What's so hard to figure out? It's all about, this is an energy of a person who wants to feel safe. They're not comfortable. This is someone who's not really comfortable with even often public displays of affection where somebody you know, puts it all out there on social media. This is someone who keeps things more private. And this could be what's happened here. Someone's put something out on social media or told a bunch of people how they feel before they even know how this person feels. Because their cup overflows. It's a King of Cups. Their cup is overflowing with love and emotion. This person's open to receive. They need to shower a little abundance on this person. Yeah. They need to show them, you know, they need to spend time. They need to be a little more generous. This person's open to receive. They can be very, very generous themselves, but they're practical and sensible. This is someone who doesn't give too much to someone until they know this person is the right person, the one. See, they want the emotional fulfillment. This person gets the bigger picture. I feel they're going to get it here. Now, I'm hoping that, and I really do hope it's not someone who's put something out on social media, you know, or because this is someone who doesn't often like public displays of personal things. And if that's something that's happened, this is where the other person feels, they may feel this person's up to something. And if their social media is private, because this is, like I say, this is someone who often doesn't partake in that kind of stuff. They feel there's something off about that. But it's really all about their own insecurity. They need to make this person feel safe. They need to keep their emotions under control. They need to find harmony and balance here between the physical and the emotional. Yeah. I mean, to me, this just looks like it's all about seeing the bigger picture. This is someone who gets it. They see the bigger picture. They're open. This is someone who's pretty happy in their life the way it is, but they're definitely open to love. Tell me more about the Queen of Pentacles. See, 9 of Wands. This is someone who's at that point in their life where they've just about given up. Finding someone who isn't just focused on the physical. Someone who hides things, secrecy, you know? Yeah. I mean, this is all about this person. What they need to do is they need to look at this from the other person's perspective, because it is about giving and receiving. But it's all about the harmony. You see, it's all about harmony and balance. This is, if they want, they have to make this person feel more comfortable. And if they have put something out on social media or they're talking to people that's something personal, something private, this person often doesn't feel very safe with that person. So they are someone who's just about given up. And one thing this person doesn't give up is on their stability. See, they're more focused on that. Yeah, they've just about given up on love, yeah, because see, nobody's reliable. Nobody follows through. They don't show the other person they pull their weight. They're reliable. This is someone who has a lot on their plate. They're very independent, but they can handle most that comes their way. So, like I say, it's an Empress energy. This is someone who's open to something new. They're open. I feel this is just this person's energy, like no public displays, privacy. That's what I feel. This is someone just looking out for themselves. See, look at that. See, look, this is beautiful because now this person sees, romanticizing, fantasizing, being more romantic, but that's something private. That's why I feel someone's done something on social media and they're looking, you know, the other person feels uncomfortable, or it is there was a large gathering of people and this person felt uncomfortable because this is someone talking to people when they're there, like they're not there. So, yeah, it's just, look at, there's the sun. See, everything coming out in the open, there needs to be clarity. This is about starting it. It's where something didn't start off right. Maybe it didn't go anywhere for some of you. But I'm going to tell you, this person's so full of love and emotion. They have a lot of love to give, but it's about two people sharing this on their own without other people being involved. It's not something that this is definitely an energy of someone who doesn't like public displays of public displays of emotion, public displays of even romance. You know, this is definitely someone who's not in that energy, and that's why they can't figure this person out. They need to choose their words wisely. See, they need to think things through. To me, this is someone who rushed in and maybe kind of backed out because they felt the other person wasn't interested. They were. They just need to feel secure. They need to know they're safe with this person, that they're safe. See, it's when someone doesn't feel safe. But it is really all about public displays of affection, everybody talking. So everyone's talking about it, but the two people who should be talking about it. This is someone who just puts it all out there on social media, right? Or they put it out there in the community. They're telling everybody how they love this person, you know, that they're so attractive, but they've made the other person uncomfortable. And I think this person's figuring it out. I do. It is their own insecurity. It's almost like they need to justify their feelings to everybody, to tell them what they want and desire before they've actually even confirmed anything with the other person. So interesting. Yeah, it's also about stability. See, they're seeing very clearly now. Yeah, they see very clearly. See, this is about, I mean, I do think these two people could be on the same page here, but I feel this is someone grounding themselves. They're looking at the situation. See, they're seeing it, what they didn't see. It's very clear to them now. Being a little more grounded, a little more practical and sensible. It's about making each other feel comfortable. They made the other person feel uncomfortable. And I wouldn't be surprised, some of you, now there is somebody who has another choice, choosing somebody who's more like themselves, someone who cooperates, compromises, someone more compatible. But it has to do, I do think these two people are, and I do think this is the same person, but they need to kind of look at the situation and assess it here, okay? Because this is often someone who communicates in a way where it's not clear to the other person. They don't really know what this person even wants, because it is often someone who just puts something out there without even telling the other person. It's almost like this is someone who's claiming somebody. It's like they're trying to justify something by telling other people. And I don't think it was actually fair, but I do think they're getting it. Yeah. I do think this person's getting it. Let's have a look at the King of Pentacles, yeah, Wheel of Fortune. See, this is about a whole new cycle, seeing things go in their favor, seeing things in a favorable light. This person actually sees them in a favorable light. But it has to do with no public, see, not putting things out on public, telling everybody, hey, oh, I love this person, they're so amazing, and they haven't even talked to the other person. It has to do with how they communicate and the way they communicate. It's almost like they're telling this person by telling other people publicly. So if that resonates with you, I do think this person here, see, it's about giving and receiving. This is two people who need to talk. There needs to be clarity. There needs to be more sharing, not sharing things publicly before they share it with someone else. Yeah, being more sensible. This is someone who needed to ground to themselves. Yeah, there could be a victory here. See, it's somebody's pride, but what they're trying to do is tell this person, they're not feeling very proud of themselves for this after the fact. I can see it. And their pride getting in the way. But what they're trying to do is solidify this to let everybody know. And it's almost like they've made the decision for the other person. You know, it happens. Yep. See, it didn't serve them. See, they needed to release this. It didn't serve them. So they did go about something in a sneaky way. They wanted to win, so they decided they were going to just put it out there. So basically, they're telling everybody that this is their person before the other person's even aware of what's really going on here. So it's very uncomfortable. But there is a lot of focus on that physical, rushing towards the physical, not focusing enough on the romance. So this didn't serve this person. They need to release it. You see? Because the feelings actually were mutual. This is somebody who really liked this person. But they're putting it out publicly before the other person even has a chance, before they've even had a chance to share things. See, this is someone who's loved somebody for some time here. See, it's all about romanticizing, giving little gifts. This is someone who may have even gave someone a little gift to show them they like them, and the other person, it's like they just ran with it. Okay? Yeah, you can take that as it resonates. See, but it has to do with conforming. This person's lifestyle habits, the way they conducted themselves, they've been hoping and praying for this. But I do think they're reminiscing, and I do think this person's getting it. Because I do see clarity. See, they want to talk. They want to clear this up. So, and it could be just this person thinking of it, reminiscing of when they've done this before, and not to do that again. I'm hoping that's what it is. But the Hierophant is about hoping and praying. It has to do with the way this person conducts themselves. Okay, but what they need to do is learn to see how the other person is. They need to kind of pay attention a little bit more here, and to see how the other person feels first, because this person doesn't even have a chance to. They're just telling everybody else before the other person even had a choice. And to me, that's somebody who's trying to claim somebody publicly. This person's mine. And it makes the other person a little uncomfortable. So this is about two people talking, getting comfortable, making sure you're both on the same page. See, it's about agreeing. This person never even had a chance to agree to this. So now they see. This is definitely all about commitment too. Someone following through, making a commitment. So some of you, it's just a person who needs to make a commitment to spend time with someone, to be with them, if they expect this person to be open to them. I mean, I see someone getting a bit of a reality check, and this is the energy, the reality check, looking at the reality of the situation. They really wanted this. It's like they're trying to make it real. See, they were trying to make it real before they'd even let this person know. This is someone who's loved somebody for some time here. I do think it's someone who's been holding on to that torch, But it's all about romancing, spending time together, doing some things together before this person even, wow, heavy. I didn't see this coming at all, but I can very clearly see this is someone who needed to think things through. They rushed in. And they ended up having to back out of this because they felt at that point the other person's just not interested. They can't read them. Or they're trying to look at their social media and can't see anything. This is interesting. Yeah, they need to put the shoe on the other foot, but how the other person feels. They need to look at it that way. And that's a sign of maturity as well, being able to put the shoe on the other foot, how the other person feels before you start putting things out publicly. It looks like someone's done this. Now, if they didn't do it in social media, they've talked to everybody in the social circle about it. This person's mine, Wow. Yeah, they need to look at this from the other person's perspective. I think this person liked this person, but it's about getting comfortable. It didn't feel like home, put it that way. It takes a little time. Take care. Bye for now.